I was just wondering when you're gonna be home.
My understanding was that Paige's daughter couldn't get hold of her the night she disappeared, and the live-in nanny was the one who was there with the children.
I knew something was wrong. It was a gut feeling. Her children were the priority, and she would never not follow up with letting them know she was on her way home.
So after not hearing from her mom for 2 full days, Jessie, who's only 8 years old, goes down to the police station with her nanny to let police know her mom has disappeared.
Frank Birgfeld, Paige's dad, who lived in Denver at the time, has also been calling Paige, but he's getting no response.
June 30th, you get the phone call.
Yeah, I got a call that said the Mesa County Sheriff's Department, and he said, I'm calling because your daughter's missing. And it was a strange moment. And I said, missing since when? He said, missing since Thursday night. And I remember saying, this is a problem. There's a crime being committed here. We went ahead and threw some stuff in an overnight bag and came straight out.
When my dad called me to tell me that Paige was missing, it's the first time I had heard him cry since I was a little kid. My heart dropped.
Sometimes people leave on their own accord, so we obviously had to look into, did she up and leave for some unknown reason? On July 1st at about 10 p.m., dispatch received a 911 call.
911, where's your emergency? Hi, I'm at the corner of 23 and Logos, and there is a car on fire in the parking lot at the building right here. It's in the SMS Walker building parking lot.
Do you see flames or smoke?
Yeah, there's a lot of flames. But there's nobody around that I could see.
When officers got there, they realized that that car belonged to Paige Birgfeld.
Paige's car was found, but there's no sign of her.
It was very clear that it was an arson because there was nothing else around it that was burned. It was just the car itself, and it was parked in a location that Paige really had no association with.
Paige's car was found less than 5 miles from her home. But keep in mind, this is an industrial neighborhood. There are warehouses and car mechanics, not residential at all, and not a place where you'd expect to see Paige. She didn't frequent that kind of area.
When I first heard about finding the car on fire, I knew then that something horrible had happened to her.
Prior to finding the vehicle on fire, this was a missing persons case. And as soon as that happened, an immediate conversion over to that is foul play.
Many people cause fires trying to destroy the evidence, and obviously can destroy fibers, hairs, DNA evidence, fingerprints, things of that sort.
And so at that point, we at least suspected that she had been kidnapped and feared that she was also deceased.
The hottest point of the burn was on the driver's side over here, and we could determine that from what we call V patterns. It was later tested, and we determined that there was petroleum-type accelerants used. One of the key things that we found is that the driver's side front seat had been pushed all the way back.
Paige Birgfeld is not a very tall person, and so therefore that was unusual.
We took another female that was the same size as Paige Birgfeld, approximately 5'4", and put her in the car seat as it was, and she could not even reach the pedals of the vehicle. We knew that the last person that drove this car had to be tall, and extremely tall.
But there was one other major clue found in the wreckage of that car, which the fire strangely didn't destroy.
Additionally, what was found was that there was a day planner.
Everyone who knew Paige should have seen her day planner. That was just something that was part of her. She would always write stuff down, just super organized.
Finding that day planner for investigators was huge because it should be able to tell them what Paige was doing and who she was doing it with.
And as we looked at the day planner, 4 of the dates have been torn out of the day planner, and they were June 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. Those are the dates that Paige Birgfeld went missing.
We immediately suspected that whoever it was responsible for her disappearance ripped those pages out because they would have disclosed who she was meeting with.
So the car's burned. Someone very tall had last driven it. There are pages torn out of her day planner. And there are 2 questions now. Where is Paige, and who was she with the day she disappeared?
As parents, we're absolutely crushed. This is any parent's worst nightmare. Right now, what we need to do is we need to find Paige.
From a father's viewpoint, I mean, how hard is it?
You know, it occurred to me, I hadn't cried in a long time. I've learned how to do that.
This community came out in force to help search for her.
A bunch of us just hoped we would find evidence that we could go, oh, look, the Bear Police Department, now you can figure out what happened to her, and it would have a happy ending.
Mesa County is 3,300 square miles.
We're looking down side dirt roads that lead to the river. It's kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack.
So this is an overall map of Mesa County. We had people searching in this area over here. We had people up on the Grand Mesa, following it all along Highway 50.
All of those people work long hours on horseback, on ATV, walking, all of those things, looking for pieces of evidence.
You know, we came here from Seattle to support my parents, to take care of the kids, and to find Paige. We bought a one-way ticket, and we have been committed to stay here until we find Paige.
Anytime a woman goes missing in a situation like this, the first people we're going to look at is exes, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, and so we started our investigation looking at Rob Dixon.
So I didn't get to know Rob very well. I knew she had met him years before, and I knew that they'd had a really nice lifestyle with some family money that he had.
Rob Dixon came into a fortune from his parents' business, which was the early days of cell phone technology. Rob was buying all kinds of things with his money. I mean, he had sports cars. They built this big 6,000 square foot home. He was buying Paige expensive jewelry. She had a $12,000 necklace.
But Dixon fell on some hard times and later would file for bankruptcy.
When he lost all his money, it created a lot of strife in their relationship.
It had become known that Rob had scared the children, you know, that there had been the overly tense moments, that they didn't feel safe.
And it was after one of those tense moments that in October of 2004, Paige calls the police.
Where's your emergency?
My husband and I were in a fight, and he said that I would come home and find him all murdered.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.